Champions are the pinnacle of every region, the strongest of the strongest, and the final hurdle of every Pokemon player. The champions are icons and incredible trainers. But what if we tried to decide who's the strongest? I attempted this. I built every team in Pokemon Showdown with some personal liberties when I had to. I then do online battles with the teams and the results ranking the different champions. Are there flaws to this? 100%. It is extremely difficult to do effectively, so here are some of the flaws to my method. So, with all of that out of the way, let me show you guys the worst champion. Actually, hold on, wait, like 30% of you are subscribed, so like, thank you for that. Now, the other 70% you can write up. No, I'm kidding. Go down, hit the other buttons now, please. Thank you, bye. So in the number 8 spot and our worst ranked champion, we have Blue from Pokemon Red and Blue. The team we used was Pidgeot, Alakazam, Rhydon, Gyarados, Arcanine, and Venusaur. Here's the team setup. They got this because they got a score of 1, which is out of 18, with like the only Pokemon getting a KO is Alakazam, everything else doing like really badly. If I had to give a reason, I would say the movesets are bad. They're not good. Like with the physical special split still not being a thing, that makes sense. Like Gyarados having like Hydro Pump and like no physical moves, even though it's mainly a physical attacker, that is understandable. But even with that, there's some bad decisions, like even for the time, like Arcanine having only Ember instead of like Flamethrower or any other fire move, while Rhydon being the worst defender having only normal type moves, including a banned one-hit KO move that I can't use because it's banned in the format. So that was like really annoying. But I'm not going to criticize it too much, even though it's what I spent the last 30 seconds doing. It was the first generation, it was their first attempt, but with the criteria, he is the worst champion in my niche little experiment. Don't take any of this to heart. In 7th place, not surprisingly, we have Lance from the Johto region, specifically Gold, Silver, and Crystal. He has a team of Aerodactyl, Gyarados, Charizard, Dragonite, and Dragonite. On the screen is the setup for the team. He had a score of 2, with one of the Dragonites getting KO as well as Aerodactyl. And a reason for this, I think, is similar to Blue, with the physical special split messing up some of the movesets, with Gyarados getting more special attacks even though it is a physical attacker, and Charizard getting more physical attacks even though it is more of a special attacker. Another issue I noticed that Blue didn't have is the shared type weaknesses. Lance has a shared type weakness of Electric, Rock, and Fire, which the difference is between him and the other single type trainers is the other single type trainers have ways to block their weaknesses, while Lance does not. It all dies. If you see one Regieleki, you are most likely going to die. It isn't the worst. He is better than Blue. I'm not going to fault it too much. It is their second attempt at a champion and their first attempt at a single type champion. It is better than Blue because he has the fucking Rhydon with only normal. In 6th place, we have Diantha from the Kalos region in the games X and Y with a score of 11. She has a team of Hawlucha, Tyrantrum, Aurorus, Gourgeist, Goodra, and Gardevoir, Triple G, like not the boxer, but with every Pokemon getting at least one knockout, Goodra getting the most amount of knockouts. On screens, the setup I used, we're at a point where the teams aren't bad. Are they competitively viable? No, absolutely not. Don't try it. But you can probably beat your friends if you have some semblance of knowing what you're doing. At this point, the teams are just fun to use. It was an overall fun team. It was varied. It had some Pokemon I really liked, like Hawlucha, Aurorus, Tyrantrum. But overall, the team's balanced. It works pretty well. The only complaint I have, I think, is the Ace very much drags his team down. Gardevoir does not really pull its weight, but still better than Lance in-game and now in the anime. In 5th place, we have Steven from the Hoenn region from Ruby and Sapphire, also with a score of 11. The only reason he's ranked higher from Diantha is the fact that his results were a bit more constant, while Diantha's were more all over the place, and I think that's ranked a bit higher for me personally. Steven had a team of Skarmory, Claydol, Aggron, Cradily, Armaldo, and Metagross. Here are the things I used. The team suffers from what I call Lance syndrome, where like they have a really common weakness. The thing that elevates this though is Metagross. Metagross is like better than Lance's Ace, at least yeah, right now at the time, sorry, but it is on a new level. It elevates his team from like probably second like worst to like high because it blocks some of the rock weaknesses, and it just carries a lot of the team. I'm stuttering a lot and I apologize, but like Metagross is like really freaking good for Steven's team. In 4th place, we have probably the most popular champion in Cynthia from the Sinnoh region in Pokemon Platinum with a total of 12 points. She has a team of Spiritomb, Roserade, Togekiss, Lucario, Milotic, and Garchomp. This team definitely has the intimidation factor, especially in-game when you hear that music. That is like one of my favorite pieces of Pokemon music of all time. That's not the point, I'll make that list later eventually. But you can see this even in like outside the games, like in my Reddit video. This is slightly me selling out, yes, but like go watch that video, it was a lot of fun to make. But this team is great. It's generally balanced, and it has like the Ace is a champion's Ace. Garchomp is the definition of a champion Pokemon if I had to pick one. Maybe this list she's ranked 4th, but she's the epitome of what a champion should be. Maybe with someone else I think matches her level of like what a champion should be, but Cynthia is the one that started this, and I think Cynthia is the main reason she is the most popular champion besides Purple Cliff. But the only reason she's not ranked higher is some of the movesets don't really work. Tokus not having a fairy move, which makes sense, and Milotic not being used the best, as well as Rose Wade and a bunch of other things. Overall, this team is generally really good, and we're at the point where, again, the teams aren't bad. Now entering the top 3, and in 3rd place we have Ash. Okay, hold on, let me explain. I'm counting Ash as the Alolan champion. I know How is in the game, but I thought it would be a bit more fun, and I've been watching the Masters 8 arc, which, yeah, was the whole idea for this video, but that's why I'm having Ash here in this video. Ash got a score of 14 with a team of Dracovish, Dragonite, Lucario, Surfetch'd, Gengar, and Pikachu. I got a team from Pokemon Journeys because it was the Generation 8. It's the one he's in the tournament with, and it seems the most fun. It's general balance, the Ace being okay, but actually one of the weaker Pokemon since the whole team has like a lot of hard hitters. I feel like that's like the whole theme of this. If I had to pick an Ace, I would pick Dracovish. It's like the reason I had to switch formats because it's banned in National Dex. I have to use Anything Goes, and even that in like the harder region, it had a higher showing. Pikachu's alright with I should have given it the Z move, but I gave it the Light Ball instead. I realized that after the fact, so that's like a mistake of mine. I don't think it would have changed much, but if like, you hate me for it, I'm sorry. But that's why I think Ash is the 3rd best champion. In 2nd place, we have Iris from the Unova region in Pokemon Black and White 2. She's a score of 14 as well. The only reason she's higher is because 1, she's better. 2, she has a higher record of wins compared to Ash. But she had a team of Hydreigon, Druddigon, Archeops, Aggron, Lapras, and Haxorus. I think this is Lance effect done correctly. And once she's actual Dragon Trainer and the moveset's varied enough to cover her weaknesses, I think she is on par with Cynthia, what a champion embodies. This is a shorter segment, I know, but there isn't much to say. This team is a lot of fun to use, hyper offensive with some win defense when needed, and Iris is the epitome of a champion. 07 for losing in the tournament. In 1st place, we have the undefeated champion Leon from the Galar region with Pokemon Sword and Shield. He had a record of 15, giving him the highest record, with a team of Aegislash, Dragapult, Haxorus, Rhyperior, Rillaboom, and Charizard. I know this is going to be a bit hated, but I think it matches. I know I'm a bit biased because I've had multiple playthroughs of Sword and Shield, more playthroughs than I've had in any other game because it's easy to do multiple playthroughs. But I think Leon's a good champion. Is he on par with like Cynthia and Iris? No, probably not. Like as characters, no. I think he's very... he has a gimmick, and they run it to the ground a little bit. Like, oh, he's a celebrity, and he's a big celebrity. He's famous, but I get like even then he's still a bit of a challenge. It does get annoying with like how oh he's undefeated. And hey guys, do you know he can't read the directions? You guys know he's unbeaten. Like, it's annoying. It gets annoying real quick. But I think he deserves a spot here. Honestly, with this team, it's the most fun. It was like such like my perfect playstyle with like a bunch of hyper offense. Does that like sway the win? Maybe, who knows? But I think in this list, Leon is ranked as the best champion in Pokemon. That's it. I know that was a bit like last second, like very abrupt. I do apologize for that, but that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. This is very off the cuff. I don't have anything scripted for the outro. I never do, but this video was supposed to be a nice easy one, but no, I had to make it take 2 weeks of my life. It didn't work, and it fully lost motivation for a little bit, but that's over. I will say that the uploads are going to be a bit slower. Oh wow, more than usual. That's going to take years. I get it, but school's starting soon, so I'm still going to work on videos. It's just going to take a bit longer than usual because entering junior year, so that should be fun. Trying to hit 50 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you can make that happen, that'd be very great. I'll be very grateful. That's what I meant to say. Thank you guys. I'm just talking on my ass here. Subscribe button, I don't know, I'm tired. It is too early, so peace.